Amyntas led me to a grove, where all the trees did shade us. The sun itself, though it had strove, it could not have betrayed us. The place secured from human eyes, no other fear allows. But when the winds that gently rise do kiss the yielding boughs, down there we sat upon the moss, and did begin to play 1,000 amorous tricks to pass the heat of all the day. A many kisses he did give, and I returned the same, which made me willing to receive that which I dare not name. His charming eyes no aid required to tell their softening tale. On her that was already fired, 'twas easy to prevail. He did but kiss and clasp me round, whilst those his thoughts expressed, and laid me gently on the ground. Ah, who can guess the rest?
This is a poem written by a woman about female sexuality at a time when perhaps there was still a lot of anxiety about that and a lot of attempts to contain female sexuality, a lot of fear of it. So it's quite bold in that respect.
Aphra Behn was fascinated by the entanglements of sex and power. And this comes across in her work as a very overt concern with sexuality. In this poem, for example, The Willing Mistress, the speaker is by no means a passive recipient of the man's sexuality. She's very much an active participant in this flirtation. And this sexuality in her work got her branded for centuries as a merely smutty writer. In fact, one of her contemporary detractors called her a poetess and punk, punk being old Elizabethan slang for prostitute.
Amyntas led me to a grove, where all the trees did shade us. The sun itself, though it had strove, it could not have betrayed us.
The world of this poem is conspiring in the flirtation. The very trees kiss each other. The boughs are yielding and soft. Everything is playing a part in this little sexual game.
The place secured from human eyes, no other fear allows. But when the winds that gently rise do kiss the yielding boughs.
She uses pathetic fallacy, which is when we make the landscape seem almost human, when she talks about the winds that gently rise and kiss the yielding boughs. And I think there's definitely a sort of sexual innuendo going on there.
A many kisses he did give, and I returned the same.
It's quite clear that the poet is teasing us. She's sort of flirting with us. She keeps hinting at sort of saucy little things, but then she always pulls back at the last moment.
Which made me willing to receive that which I dare not name.
The feel of this poem, with its very baroque, ornamental language and its formality, goes hand in hand, for me, with the sexuality of the poem. It's very much of its time. This is the Restoration. Charles II, the merry monarch. So the formality of the poem is by no means exclusive of sexuality.
What's interesting is she makes it very clear that the woman's a completely equal partner in this sensual encounter. We have a many kisses he did give, and I returned the same, which is quite important, I think. It shows she's not passive, and she's very much an equal partner in these frolics.
He did but kiss and clasp me round, whilst those his thoughts expressed, and laid me gently on the ground.
And laid me gently on the ground. Ah, who can guess the rest? Well, the answer is we can guess the rest.